Hey everybody, are you sick and tired of these politicians who have been entrenched for 20, 30, 47 years? Term limits. A constitutional amendment resolution was just submitted. Let's talk about it here on this episode of Guns and Gadgets. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. If you're like me and you're sick and tired of seeing the same people saying the same thing each and every year because they're entrenched and they'll be in Congress longer than you'll be alive, a joint resolution, which is a proposition to be a constitutional amendment, has been filed regarding term limits. Now, yes, I'll say right off the bat that this has been proposed before. This was proposed by Senator Ted Cruz out of Texas, and I'll put it up here on the screen. And you can see here it says joint resolution proposing an amendment to the Constitution of the United States relative to limiting the number of terms that a member of Congress may serve. And you can see it says resolved by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled, 2/3 of each house concurring therein, that the following article is proposed as an amendment to the Constitution of the United States, which shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of the Constitution when ratified by the legislatures of the 3/4 of the several states within 7 years after the date of its submission by Congress. And what that is basically spelling out the process for a constitutional amendment. When a constitutional amendment is submitted by Congress, it's a joint resolution. It has to pass with 2/3 votes in each house, and we went over that in one of yesterday's videos. 67 votes in the Senate, 290 in the House, and then it would have to be ratified by 3/4 of the states in order to pass, and this has to be done within 7 years. It sounds like something that could be done quick, but it's politics. Nothing is quick. Next page, it wraps it up. It says, Article, Section 1, no person who has served 3 terms as a representative shall be eligible for election to the House of Representatives. For purposes of this section, the election of a person to fill a vacancy in the House of Representatives shall be included as one term in determining the number of terms that such person has served as a representative if the person fills the vacancy for more than 1 year. And for those who aren't into the political game, people in the House of Representatives, they serve for a period of 2 years. So therefore, 3 terms would mean they could serve for a max of 6 years in Congress. Section 2, no person who has served 2 terms as a senator shall be eligible for election or appointment to the Senate. For purposes of this section, the election or appointment of a person to fill a vacancy in the Senate shall be included as one term in determining the number of terms that such person has served as a senator if the person fills the vacancy for more than 3 years. Section 3, no term beginning before the date of the ratification of this article shall be taken into account in determining the eligibility for election or appointment under this article. So senators serve for a 6-year term. 2 terms means 12 years. And the last section there basically said that none of this counts unless this gets voted in or ratified because it's a constitutional amendment. So likelihood of happening, small. But that's where the people come in. If the people make enough noise, things like this can get through. But it comes down to you and me. So if you want something like this to happen, it is really, really important that you get a hold of your senators, as this was submitted in the Senate. So get a hold of your 2 senators and drill them that you want them to consider and pass to Senator Ted Cruz's legislation on term limits. You're basically telling them, look, I'd like to fire you after a couple terms because you suck. And that's the way it's supposed to be. When the founders founded this nation and they formed this experiment that we now know as the United States of America and Congress and stuff like that, it wasn't meant to be a lifetime appointment where you could just leech off the American people for your entire adult life, get paid well, and make yourself bulletproof from everything you pass. It's not supposed to be like that. You were supposed to go to Congress, serve a term or 2, and then go back to the farm or go back to whatever your employment was, and just have this country grow. And then you would actually have to live under the laws you pass. However, we have strayed far from the original intention. So I figured I would let you know this. I usually don't do constitutional amendments that are submitted, but we've had 2 solid ones here submitted in the last couple days. So I figured I'd bring it to you. Let me know what you think down below. Do you want term limits? How about this? Leave a comment down below if you don't want term limits. If there's some reason that you don't think we should limit the amount of time that these people spend in Congress dictating fiats from the tyrannical thrones, let us know down below, and please justify your stance on that one, because that would be a better read than all of us being on the same page. So let's see if anybody says that down below. Also, you can still comment down below to destroy that YouTube algorithm that helps the channel in ways that a lot of people don't really comprehend. It actually helps a lot. So does smashing the thumbs up button. Like smash it. Hit it with one of those government $8,000 hammers, and please share this with all of your friends. Because the more we know, the more we can accomplish together as a team. And that is what we're going to need to be here, especially for the first 2 years until we can get to the midterm elections. And maybe we can change things in between here and there. And it's going to be teamwork, guys and gals. So please do that if you would. And until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.